Hey friends, it's executive producer Johna. I got the awesome opportunity to talk to Daniel Diemer, the lead actor in the brand new movie Supercell that is out now in theaters and on demand. Please enjoy me fangirling and laughing very nervously. All right, so I'm here with Daniel Diemer. Is that how you say it?
Diemer. Yeah,
Diemer.
Diemer.
That was my
Yeah.
second guess. Daniel Diemer from the new movie Supercell, which is a super awesome movie, by the way. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And I just want to hop right in and figure out how happy you are. Like, how excited are you that the movie's out now, and what kind of drew you into doing this role about chasing tornadoes?
Totally. Totally. Yeah, no, so very excited. I mean, again, we shot this like 2 years ago now. So it's been a process. I did a lot of projects in 21, and it's nice to finally have some stuff coming out now. And I again also super excited just for Jamie to finally have his kind of baby kind of out into the world. I know he's so excited about it, and all of us are as well. Yeah, it's been a great process, and it's been really nice to kind of have it out now. And yeah, no, how I came into it was mostly just like most auditions, just the team sent something over. And this one ended up being one of the fastest probably processes from start to kind of filming that I've ever had. It was just a simple just tape. I think I sent in the scene with Anne where we're kind of fighting over the book, and finally being able to figure out who my dad is, and sent that in. And just from that, Jamie was like, "Hey, I'd love to meet up." And we did a Zoom very much like this. I think I was in LA at the time, and we just connected really well. And I think I understood exactly where he was coming from, and I think he luckily saw kind of the heart of William, kind of in sort of how I was viewing everything, and in me as well. And it was a really, really quick process, which was nice because normally it's exhausting and stressful and anxiety inducing. This was breeze. And it was just a really, really cool opportunity. It was my first time actually like leading a feature, and amidst some amazing names and incredible actors. So yeah, I was really, really grateful.
Yeah, I mean, that's so awesome. I mean, what was it like to work with like Alec Baldwin and Ski Ulrich and Hecht? I mean, like, it must have been just like the best learning experience for you as an actor.
Yeah, completely. I mean, they're all genuinely, in my experience of all of them was amazing from start to finish. They were so generous. They respected me and my even though I'm a younger actor coming into it. They gave me space to do my thing, but they were also just really welcoming and supportive. It was very, very intimidating though. I mean, Alec I've seen since I was a kid, and Anne, of course, I've known about, and then Skeet through Riverdale. But all three of them were really welcoming. So it was the nerves kind of settled pretty quickly, but especially my first scene with Alec was. I was terrified. So when I was watching back the movie for the first time, I was watching the one scene that I did. I won't say which one, but I was watching it to see, can you see the terror in my eyes? And I was like, no, it looks pretty good. So okay, yeah.
I mean, I guess the point of your character, chasing storms, you're supposed to look a little terrified. So
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really tell if you're scared of Alec Baldwin or if you're actually scared of the storm.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. It's a good point for sure.
I did talk to Jamie about the movie last week, and he was telling me how the CGI budget was just so small, and that you guys were like actually out there and like legitimate, like just 60-mile-an-hour winds. Like, what was that like for you?
It was amazing. I mean, again, you know when you're jumping onto a movie with this kind of budget, what it typically looks like, and I think that's something that you're hoping that you're going to be able to manipulate it well. And that was one of the first conversations I had with Jamie was he was like, "Hey, I want to do as much of it in camera as possible." And that for me, I was super excited because I've done a lot of stuff on location. Luckily, not a ton of studio work, which and I love that space. For me, it feels so much more real. It really feels like you're kind of going on an adventure rather than just filming something where the audience is going to be able to see it as an adventure. So as an actual acting experience, it's so much more immersive. And I mean, again, it was the kind of Ritter fans that they had going, where you said like these massive wins. It was so intense, and I love it because I'm the kind of guy where the scarier the better. The adrenaline pumps, and as long as nobody gets hurt, then I'm happy. And we had really safe conditions, and everybody was really kind of was able to explain everything ahead of time, and so you're able to jump in there without any fear. just like dust and sand blowing, and then the kind of the rain towers. Yeah, I dreamt of doing stuff like this. So it was an amazing experience. I'm really, really glad that we were able to do it that way.
So I'm gonna shift a little bit from Supercell. So I did see the movie, the half of it that's on Netflix. Loved it, 10 out of 10. Love that
Thank you.
movie.
Thank you.
What was it like for that shift to go from like that kind of like heart wrenching type, the half of it movie, to this action packed like we're chasing tornadoes type thing? Like, what kind of mindset were you in when you had to go through that shift?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. Again, so much of that. I mean, the funny thing about this, I think, especially when, at least for me, when I'm doing actors, you see one project, and then a couple years later, another project comes out, and it feels like no time's passed in between. But I'm in my like, I was in my early 20s when I first shot the half of it, and now just kind of entering into my mid 20s now, and like those like years, just so much going on personally. And so it felt like an eternity in between. And I shot like a few projects as well, smaller roles, but just like in very different kind of genres in between. So I get bored very, very easily. So I love to kind of go from one genre to the next. And I'd been dreaming of doing a project like this, kind of in that action world, for a long time. But shift wise, again, I approach it all very similarly. I think that the main thing is like, if the script, the relationships are clear enough, if they are, then it's usually that's the tangible thing that I kind of latch onto. And this was just very, very obvious of where Jamie kind of wanted the character to go, and what the relationships are kind of guiding William, and in both adventure, but also in his home life. And so he made it really easy, where it's just like, okay, focusing on that, and that's going to carry the story. Especially when I kind of get into contact with Roy Cameron or Skeet. He and I got along really well off the top, and we kind of did a bit of adventuring before we actually shot, just to be able to get that relationship kind of grounded out, and that helped a ton. I was like, if I can have the relationship with the actor that's even close to that, then that, okay, does all the work for you, and then you're just kind of sitting in there trying to be emotionally grounded and real for the camera, so that you're not putting on too much of a show. You're just letting the show kind of guide the whole process.
Yeah, I mean, it helps to, trust the people that you're working with when you're, running around chasing tornadoes and getting poured
Definitely.
on with rain and all of that stuff.
Definitely. Yeah.
Do you have any new upcoming projects that you can tell us about, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know when they're going to come out, so I apologize for that ahead of time. But I shot this really beautiful indie with J.K. Simmons and a phenomenal indie actor named Philip Ettinger, and we just got into Atlanta Film Festival. I'm not sure exactly if I'm supposed to be talking about that yet, but I think that it's going to get announced very shortly. So hopefully I don't get crucified. But that'll be coming up in the next little bit. And so very excited for that. And then I shot a feature with Liam Neeson late last year that I'm very excited about. That's completely different, kind of 360 or 180 from everything else I've been doing. I get to play a Boston gangster. And so that one I'm very excited about. And right now I've just been in the midst of shooting a limited series for Hulu. And so that's been just been a whirlwind with Supercell coming out and being in the middle of shoots for that. It's been a little bit nuts, but I'm really excited for that one as well. And Riley Keough leads that one, and she's phenomenal. And Lily Gladstone, I'm not sure if you know her, but she plays my sister, and she's one of the other leads in it, and she's phenomenal as well. So it's a great cast and a really good producing team there as well. So yeah, a few different things. I think most of them probably coming out late this year or early next, but yeah, excited for all of them.
Oh man, that'll be so fun. Talk about acting ADHD.
Yeah.
You're just going from rom-com to gangsters to tornadoes to all kinds of things. But it's good to
Yeah.
have a big palette for all of those things. And
Oh yeah.
you're from what I've seen of your work, you're very versatile, and I think that you can pretty much pull off anything.
Thank you so much. Really, that's so kind of you. Thank you.
Of course. I mean, I not to fangirl or anything, but I am a big fan of yours, and when I saw you in Supercell, I was like, I know that guy.
Yeah.
I know that guy from that movie, and I love that movie, so automatically I love that guy.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, the half of it again was also just like what an incredible like kind of career starter. The cast on that and Alice just phenomenal, and very, very proud of what we had with that as well. So no, it's been really cool to see that kind of reach people and kind of just be something that I've had a few interviews where people have been like, that's where I know you from. And so yeah, that's been awesome.
Hey man, it's good to be recognized. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you were getting approached by DC or Marvel or somebody anytime soon. And if they ask my personal opinion, I will highly recommend you to either one of those franchises.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
The movie Supercell is out now in theaters, and it is now streaming on demand. I just want to say thank you so much to Daniel Diemer for being on the show and putting up with my nervous laughter. If you guys want to watch the interview, please go to youtube.com/KJ Today.